Before we start, just promoting our jumpers here. Wickers in the community. Yeah. If you want to get your hands on that, go on our website, Hackney Wick FC, the Wickers in the community. It was created by business partner Brian Clamper. See, that's one thing. Remember the story I told you, the Clamper doing me dirty? He's been my, I know some of you guys here said, yeah, he snakes me. But he's been my good friend for over 20 years now, and he's actually my business partner. So when I was in jail, yeah, and I got out, had nothing, told him I want to start this football team. He went to me, nah, you know what? Let me help you. Let me buy the domain. So he bought a few things to help me start up. So when the thing started popping, I said, yo, Clamp, I'm bringing you in, man. You become my business partner. So he owns part of the football club with me now as well. So anyway, yeah, so if you can want these jumpers, Wickers in the community, go on our website and you can, buy them there. But anyway, I want to talk a bit about the staff and relationships in prison. So everyone knows when you go to jail, you got no access to no women, you got no access to sex, you got no access to, and what's one of the biggest back in the day, before sort of internet phones became a real thing in jail. Everyone used to have just like their normal phones, but what everyone wanted was DVDs, porn DVDs. That's how everyone used to do what they had to do, right? And it's so mad because when you're in a cell with someone and you're sleeping, you might be in a top bunk or the bottom bunk. You're sleeping, you start hearing the bed shake, like the bed shaking a little bit. You think, what the fuck? Someone's there having masturbating, but what can you do? You're stuck in that environment, innit? So either you have to wait until someone goes to bed or falls asleep, or wait for them to go on association or go on a visit or go to church or mosque, whatever it is. That's when people find their time to do what they're doing. That's another thing why you shouldn't go to jail. But what is as well is that you find so many staff members getting nicked and arrested for corruption, basically. And you guys told me I to blame, yeah? I don't blame me. I blame Guts. Yes, Guts, I'm saying it's you. I blame Guts from Pembury and Hackney. I blame him, yeah? But I feel like I'm partly to blame as well, right? So when you're in jail, obviously, like I said, you got no access to women and so on. So female staff members will be people you want to start talking to. And the game's the game, right? So everyone is trying to do whatever they can to try to get into these women's ears. And sometimes for these women, when they on their everyday life, they don't get the attention they do in jail. Because in jail, it's maximized. It's like everyone is giving you compliments. So your husband you might be married to your husband 25 years, you love him, but he's not giving you compliments. He's not showing you the attention. But when you're in jail, the man might tell you, yo, miss, you look beautiful, you know. Oh, your perfume smells nice. Oh, all of that. It flatters you. It'll flatter the women, right? Or then, I don't know, if man might try to do it to men as well, I don't know. But it flatters the women, right? So everyone wants to believe that they've got game, that they think that, oh, I can flip this officer or flip this teacher and so on. So I was the same, right? So most jails I went to, also I used to give out my books and everything. So I used to make people read it and so on. And in my book, there was a couple of scenes that were a bit, raunchy and that. So when I used to give out my books to all the teachers and all the officers, all the inmates, everyone used to like the book, and like I said, anyway. So I ain't gonna bait out the prison. But anyway, so I was in the education department in one prison, right? I used to write my book and so on, do what I'm doing, and then there was this I'm being trying to be respectful as possible. There was this auntie, right? She told me she was 43. But later on, we found out she's a bit older than 43. But the way she, I guess she was programmed Don't trust these prisoners. They're only after one thing. They'll try to trick you, as they do, because they're meant to go through training to say, look, these guys will try to manipulate you. They'll try to do this, try to do that, blah, 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 and so on. So she used to come in wearing sort of frumpy clothes, like baggy clothes, so you wouldn't even see like her figure or nothing like that. So you just think that, yeah, and she's proper auntie. Like, yo, you try to chat to her, she's proper moving, bare auntie, right? But like I said, I used to give my book out to everyone, every officer, every female, every male, everyone in jail basically. So I remember one time I'm in this woman's class because I was doing my Open University degree. So I used to be able to go to the education department to do my degree, right? So I used to I say, yo, miss, can you read this book? Everyone's reading it. She's like, no, I don't want to read it. I'm like, miss, read it, man. The whole jail's reading it. What are you talking about? She's like, nah, I don't want to read it. But then I told her, right, but Miss next door, which was a friend, she's read it as well. She's like, oh, no, I don't want to read it. But then the next day when she was in the staff room, she heard all the other teachers talking about, oh, have you read Mr. Kasanga's book and that? So she thought, oh, so she came back, she went, oh yeah, people talking about your book in the staff room. I'm going to give it a read. So she started reading it in the class because the class that was in, I'll just bait it up, but the class it was in was like, it was for students who are trying to learn, that they're like proper low level students basically who are trying to get like the basic level education, right? So in the end, like we built up a rapport, me and the lady, because then she made me her classroom assistant. So that means now I used to help out in her class while doing my own work. So anyway, she read the book that day, a couple of chapters, and she, oh, can I get a few more chapters? And like I said, remember the book's got a bit of raunchiness in it. The next day she's like, oh yeah, I read your book. Very good, very good. I'm like, okay, I'll give you some more. So I started giving her the book a bit more. It got to the point that now where like we built up a good rapport. We built up a very good rapport. And I guess when you're in jail, you're trying to be very manipulative. You're trying to, okay, we got a good rapport. What can I sort of gain from that, right? So I played a game, right? So I thought this was the game I came up with, right? So I came up with random questions, yeah? And like, oh, I'm a psychic, you know? Like, what do you mean a psychic? I'm like, I bet I can guess what you want. Now, the whole problem was I didn't need to guess what she would want. I'm just pretending that I was psychic, so I'll give her options. So I put apple, banana, grapes, oranges, lemon, whatever. I'll put like a category of the same thing. And she has to pick, and I'll try to guess which one she would pick, right? And then I'll do the same thing. Strictly Come Dancing, X Factor, Big Brother, and so on. And she will pick. More times I got it wrong, and she would laugh. She's like, you're not a psychic, you're not a psychic. But obviously, I knew I wasn't a psychic, but I was working brain, right? So one of them now, I must have put like lingerie stuff. So all French knickers, thongs, Bridget Jones, so on. And that was a risk. Because me doing that, yeah, it could backfire and I'm in trouble. She goes, oh my God, what are you doing? I'm reporting you, bum. Done. Yeah. Because we built up that rapport already, I already knew it within me that she wouldn't report me, sort of thing, yeah. So I done that. And she answered. And when she answered, I thought, rah, you should never answer that. From when you answer that, you've opened the door a little bit. And then my questions went from mild to of a certain nature. And she was answering all of them. I was like, rah. And then one of them was like, do you like this? You like this? You like that? Or you like dirty letters? And she ticked dirty letters. I said, okay. I went back in my cell that night. Wrote it. And at the end of it, you know how you guys always had to do a part 1 and part 2? So at the end of the, the end of the the letter, I wrote to be continued. And then what I used to do, give it to her in class, I should pretend she's marking my work. So I'd be like, oh, miss, can you check my work? So she pretend she's marking it when she's really reading my notes, right? And then my one said to be continued. And then when she gave it back to me, she put, and what happened next? I was like, what happened next? But I tell you what, yeah, in jail, yeah, I know they say women chat a lot, but men chat a lot as well. I'm talking to you guys now, man chat a lot as well, yeah? And I got to the point that when I'm Congolese, right? So I'm asking for certain food to be brought into the jail. We built up a rapport now. Like, she started bringing me like food, like planting and whatnot. So me, like a fool, I should be keeping that quiet in it. But mate, in jail, it's a bit mad. So my next door was Congolese, one guy from Tottenham. So I brought him in. I felt like, yo, but this what happens in jail, yeah. And yo, don't tell no one, you know. But hey, look, man's got this food. Yeah, me and you, yeah, cool. My Congolese brother, yeah. But what happened? He will go to the next man and go, yo, don't tell no one yet, but you know, Bobby. Blah, blah, blah. The next man will go to, yo, what? It got to the point anyway that me and this lady's relationship has become more and more and more, where I'm having it up in the classroom and no one's looking and whatnot. I'm not gonna get into too much details, but it got cracking, yeah, between me and this lady. She started bringing me phones in, and when she started bringing me phones in, we started talking on the phone, messaging and so on, and this is where like I messed up, because obviously I told one person and I ended up telling two or three man. Them 2 or 3 man ended up telling bare next man as well, and then it all like this rumor started flowing around. Like, yo, what's going on? And like a fool, I wanted to show off one time, innit? So Guts, my Belgian Guts, yeah, he was in the classroom with me, innit? So he's heard, he's asked me about it, like, yo, what going for? I'm hearing. I'm like, nah, man, it's nothing, man. But I wanted to show off, innit? So one time, like, she's just there, and he's in the classroom as well. So I'm like, yo. He's looking over, and he sees me having her up. He's looking like, rah! Like, I got my hands on her, and like, he's thinking, what's going on there? But one thing, like I said, I was always against drugs. Baby people just tell me, oh, yo, get some food in, man, get some food in. And one thing I was like, I even used to tell her, like, if I ever told you to bring in drugs, say no. I even told her one time, if I ever told you to bring in phones, say no, but with the phones are champ. I said, if I ever told you to bring drugs, say no. So I never ever, there'll be pressure from man, oh, get some food, man, get some food. But, and I could easily make money from that. But like, nah, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing the whole drug thing. Like, it's not for me. I'm not doing it, yeah. So it got to the point that now where obviously these rumors are going around in the jail. And then one time now, I'm in my cell and I'm using my phone lunchtime, and they had the scanners walking around. Boom, the officers are running my cell. I'm trying to put the phone down the toilet. Like 5 or 6 officers have jumped on me. I put the phone down the toilet, tried to flush it. But one of them big phones, it just came back up again. I was like, oh, fucking hell. And then they took me to the block. And that's when they gave me 21 day CC. So remember in the other story when I said I had to do 21 days in the block? So they gave me 21 day CC, that's cellular confinement. And obviously while I'm there now, I'm pissed. So that's the one time, you know, that's the first time actually Andy Murray won Wimbledon. So it's 2013, I believe. And I'm sweating in the block. And I'm hearing Andy Murray's won Wimbledon. I'm like, I didn't even get to witness it. I'm just in the block. So anyway, after 21 days at the block now, I come out and I go and try and chat to my woman. And she's like, nah, I can't talk to you anymore. I'm like, why not? She's like, oh, people have come up to me. They said, you told them this, you told them that. And I'm thinking, rah, you snaked me. Like, she's like, yeah, how do people know I was bringing you food and so on? And like, I was like, nah. And I was to blame, because, you see, if I kept it to myself, yeah, all would have been cool. Yeah, all would have been cool. But then what happened was the point that where people are very suspicious of what's going on, and then I was banned from the education department for a while. But I'm telling them, I'm doing my open university, that you can do it in your cell. I'm like, nah. So I went on a hunger strike, because they tried to move me from my old wing, took me to Ours Block 3. So when I was in Ours Block 3, that's when I was with all that story I told you with all Chucks and that. And then from Ours Block 3, I had the madness again. When they ran up in my cell again, I found another phone again. This time they put me to Ours Block 2. And they put me in Ours Block 2. I'll bait at the jail now, innit? I just clocked, I bait at the jail. But when they put me in Ours Block 2 now, yeah, it's like, I think that was a drugs wing. I'm like, wait a minute, you guys are sending them security risk, and then you put me in on a drugs wing. Like, I was getting mad because the wing was just like, yeah, it went for me. I started getting mad, and then they ended up taking me back to the block again, and I went on hunger strike. They put me on. I went on hunger strike. I said I'm not eating, man. So I'm in the block, and they're kind of scared, like, oh fucking no, we don't want to put my hunger. Like, so I was there for like 4 days. But don't get me wrong, I was eating. I was eating on the slide. Like, I'm on hunger strike. I'm not eating. They'll bring the food. I would take a little bit, just enough to nourish me, and go, no, I'm not eating this food. And they'll come and pick up the food, and they start being concerned. But these times I was eating like a little bit of snacks and that every now and then, innit? So in the end, they put me back on my original block, and then they shipped me out. Right, they shipped me out to Rochester. Yeah, I went to Rochester. But these times, while I was still at the high, I'm gonna say now, while I was still at high down before, I was trying to move to a next thing, because I thought I was slick. Trying to move to the next thing now. When I'm trying to move to the next thing now, like that first one was getting a bit like a little bit jealous. Like, bro, you're moving kind of like, what's going on there? So I had a nickname for both of them, innit? Won't bet the nickname sort of thing, but like, so when I went to the other jail, I must have wrote my brethren. I'm like, yo, what I going for them two? Man told me, yeah, nah, the other one patterned up, like not even trying to get involved. But the first one, yeah, apparently it's doing the thing with Guts now. So I'm like, swear down, Guts. So I'm thinking, yo, Guts, the Guts snake was the Guts the one that went and told her like raw, but I'm like, nah, I don't know. And that he's like, yeah, doing the thing with Guts now. I'm like, swear down. So in my head, I'm thinking like, bro, was she always like this, or was it my fault? Did I make her like this? But true say they've got like I said, originally she was very mild-mannered, was very anti, and now I sort of opened up to her to be friendly with everyone. And now the fact that it might have been a one-off with me, but now you're doing it with a next man as well. And then what happened was, my man started making her bring food in. He started making her bring. Remember, I said I like as in drugs. I was like, nah. I'm not bringing no drugs in. But he started bringing her drugs in. Next thing you know, my brethren's wrote me. Said, yeah, nah, wait, police came and arrested her. I'm like, swear down. Yeah, they arrested her. Like, you're joking. Yeah, she got nicked. She got handcuffed. So I felt bad because like I was thinking, nah, aunts and that, auntie. Like, it was all mad because she's a Nigerian lady as well, and I always think like, oh. So it's a part of me feels bad because like, I've sort of done that, and then the other part's like, well, you've kind of went on and done, after I left the jail, you went and done the next thing with the next man as well, so you was kind of always that way inclined. And then when I got out, I was like, yes, so my phone, my battery didn't die, I got a phone call, you know what I'm saying, but yeah. So when I got out now, I see Guts in Hackney, he's like, yo, man's got a case. I'm like, what case? He said, remember that? I said, oh. He said, yeah, he got a case. This was back in 2015. So he's like, yeah, he's got a case with the woman, and she just G'd at the old thing. I was like, oh. I was saying, God, that could have been me. So God, I've gone. But yeah, he ended up getting a case with her. And yeah, he's recently come out of jail as well. So he ended up catching a case for bringing food into jail. And then auntie went to jail as well. She got given 4 years as well. So yeah, it's a bit mad still. So people do what they need to do, right? Because what it is, like I always say, yeah, is that let's look at staff members. They get paid a certain amount of money just like anyone else. And I guess with them, if you tell them, look, bring 10 phones in, and for 10 phones, I'm going to give you £1,000. For them, that's an extra £1,000 that can go towards their holidays, they can go towards their mortgage, they can go towards the things they like to do. They could have a repair that needed. Kids might need to go extra a school trip or something. So, like that. So sometimes it's difficult for people not to be corrupted by the lure of money or the lure of love, or just want that attention. And like I said, for male prisoners, it's not really about the relationship side of it. It's more like, yo, gov, here's some money. Let's work, let's pattern something, and the greed kicks in and that as well, innit? So, like I said, it's survival instinct at the end of the day. People do what they need to do in while they're in a certain place to make themselves survive. And all I can say is that I can apologize to the lady, but in the same instance that she was an adult as well, and she kind of knew what the consequences were, because obviously they go through training, they go through the whole training, and plus I left the jail. So if you decided to continue with someone else after I left the jail, that's slightly on her as well, but wish her all the best, man.